Wellness Warung, and I'm here today to tell you about what I eat to be healthy as a health coach. And what I'm going to tell you today might be a little bit surprising. First of all, I want to be clear that I'm definitely not perfect. But I do try my best to eat a really wholesome and healthy diet as much as I possibly can. And what that means to me is I try and avoid eating any processed or packaged foods and any kind of junky foods. And I try to just eat as many clean whole foods as I possibly can. Now, it might be quite surprising to you, or maybe not, but I actually do prepare, I would say 95% of my meals at home on my own. I rarely go out and eat at restaurants or cafes, and there's a few reasons for this. One reason is that I really find it very difficult to eat at cafes and restaurants here in Jakarta because I am a vegan, and following a plant-based diet is really tough. Often the menus have very few things that I can actually eat. So I end up eating most of my meals at home for that reason. Another reason that I eat at home is because I love cooking and I love getting in the kitchen and experimenting with foods. Another reason is that I really like to know what goes in my food. When I'm preparing food at home, I know exactly every ingredient that's going in there. I know how much salt is going in. I know there's no MSG going in the food. I'm allergic to MSG, and I know straight away if something has MSG in it because I get a really, really bad headache. I also need to be careful because I try and eat gluten-free. Gluten really doesn't work very well with my body. I'm quite intolerant to it, and so I avoid that as much as possible. But it can be quite difficult to avoid gluten when you're going out to restaurants and cafes, especially here in Jakarta anyway. So for all of those reasons, I do make most of my meals at home. Also, I am a high raw vegan. So this means that the majority of the food that I eat is raw, but not 100%. And I'm not militant or really, really strict about that. It's more just my personal preference. So a lot of what I eat is raw, but I also am very happy to eat healthy, clean, gluten-free, vegan cooked meals, if that's what I'm in the mood for. So without further ado, let me run you through my average day, the kinds of things that I eat. Now, it might be different to what you eat, and that's totally fine. We need to treat our bodies a little bit like a lab rat in that we need to experiment. And this is the diet that I eat now is just what I have figured out over the years of experimenting and trying to follow a really healthy diet as much as I possibly can. I know what works for me. I know what doesn't work for me. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know how my body reacts to different foods. So I encourage you to also experiment. You don't have to eat exactly the same as me to be healthy. What you need to do is to know what gives you energy, what makes you feel great, what makes your skin feel great, and what you actually enjoy eating as well. So for me, I start my day every day with a big glass of water with some lemon oil and apple cider vinegar. And I have it's a big glass of that I start my day with. After I drink my lemon water and apple cider vinegar water, I then have a green smoothie. A green juice. And the green juice is usually made up of a green vegetable like bayam or spinach, and then cucumber, celery, ginger, and lemon, all juiced, and I drink that. After that, I drink my green smoothie, and the green smoothie will vary from day to day depending on my mood, but my base smoothie usually involves having a banana, some leafy greens, and cucumber. Then I also like to add things like chia seeds or other superfood powders. I might also add almond milk or cashew nut milk or even soy milk sometimes, and other vegetables that I might have on hand that I feel like adding to the smoothie. I might also add in some other fruits, maybe pineapple or starfruit or mango, depending what's on season. For my snacks throughout the day, I usually just reach for fresh fruit. I might have a banana or an apple or some papaya, or again, if some things in season, like mangoes are in season at the moment, I might have a mango. I also make a trail mix, which is a mixture of pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, and walnuts. And I mix that up into a big jar. And I might just take about 1/4 of a cup of that trail mix and put that into a small container and carry that with me in my purse to have as a snack on the go. I also really like to snack on things like cacao nibs or the whole cacao beans. I'm a bit of a chocolate lover, I will tell you that right now. When I eat chocolate, it is dark chocolate without sugar added. It's 85% or higher. It's not your normal kind of Cadbury's type chocolate. When I talk about chocolate, I do mean the real raw chocolate. So that's what I do for snacks. I usually have a leftover green smoothie that I also put into a jar and carry around with me to have as an extra snack in the afternoon. For lunch, what I usually eat is a salad that I prepare in the morning before or the night before to take into the office with me. And this will vary from day to day, but usually some leafy greens with tomato, cucumber. I like to throw in some legumes like chickpeas or other beans just for an extra bit of protein. And I usually like to put some kind of probiotic in there, such as kimchi or sauerkraut that I prepare at home. Then for afternoon snack, I might have a smoothie, which I will make using hemp seeds. I'll make some milk out of hemp seeds, and I will mix that with some cacao powder or some other superfood powders like maca or lucuma or something like that. And I might put a banana in there as well, and I'll blend that together and have that before I head to the gym. And then my evening meal will be a variety of different things. This is where I really have time to experiment and enjoy experimenting with making different foods. I might just do something simple like a stir fry or a curry, or I might do something raw like my zucchini noodles with pesto sauce or a tomato-based sauce. I might do a raw soup or a cooked soup. I really love soups actually. I find them really satisfying and really filling, and they're really nutritious. You can put a lot into a soup. So it really varies. I like to get my cookbooks out and have a look through them and get some inspiration and experiment. I do receive an organic vegetable basket every week, and there's always different vegetables in there which I have to use. So that sometimes makes things really interesting. I might get a whole bunch of sweet potatoes, for example, so I have to find interesting ways of cooking the sweet potatoes. Or a whole bunch of carrots, and I need to use the carrots. So yeah, that's basically how I like to eat. And I do consider my diet to be healthy. I feel great when I eat this way. I feel like my skin looks good most of the time. If I do switch anything up in my diet, it's usually my skin that's the first thing that starts to break out or just isn't as bright and clear. And that's when I know I have to review and look at what I'm eating and maybe change things up a little bit. So I hope you find that interesting and useful. And for sure, if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends. I'm Simone from The Wellness Warung, and I'll see you next time.